Hello friends, welcome to Sundrabai Manikarsu Polytechnic. I am Professor Jagdane, Faculty of Basic Science, and today we are going to discuss about our first chapter, which is belong to the basic physics, that is units and measurements. This chapter is for 5 marks according to the MSBT syllabus. So let's see the distributions of these 5 marks. First, for remembering level, 2 marks are there. For understanding level, 3 marks are there, and for application level, no any question will be asked for online examination. So total marks will be 5. It means that this chapter is for 5 marks. So let's introduce what is meant by physics. What is physics? So there are so many statements are about the physics given by a different physicist or a different scientist. First, physics is rules of nature. Second, physics, mathematics is a language of physics. Physics deals with the physical properties of matter. So these are real statements about the physics. So let's see its definition. What is physics actually? So these are the statements. Physics is rules of nature. Then mathematics is the language of physics. We know that without mathematics we can't imagine physics. So let's see the definition. Physics is a branch of science which deals with the study of physical properties of matter. So let me explain how this definition is true. Physics is a branch of science which deals with the study of physical properties of matter. So we know that each and everything or every matter is a consist of a tiny particle called as atom. And this concept was put forth by Maharshi Kanath. Another example of this thing, in Latin word, the atomus, this word is used for a indivisible particle, atomus. And according to the atomus, we call atom, which is an English word for a tiny indivisible particle. When these atoms comes together, they form molecules, and molecules shows the properties of a particular element or any compound. Suppose that I took some molecules of a sugar, they are sweet in taste because sweetness is a property of sugar, so molecule shows the same properties. So, physics is a branch of science which deals with the study of physical properties of matter. So, let's see physical property. So, matter exists in different states. For example, solid, liquid, gases, plasma. So these are the states of matter: solid, liquid, gases and plasma. Each and every states, they are consist of a tiny particles, individual particles, atoms or molecules. But this matter possesses two types of properties. First is physical property. First is physical property and second one is chemical property. Let's understand one by one. So physical property which is reversible. Suppose that A is a state of matter, B is another state of matter. It convert from A to B and once again from B to A. It means that this is a temporary state. This is a temporary state in chemical from A to B only, but not B to A. So this is permanent change. So physical property or physical change, chemical property or chemical change can be differentiated by their permanent and temporariness. So suppose that here is ice, and ice will be converted into the water. Ice will be converted into water, and water is also can be converted into ice. But if I take a milk, this milk can be converted into curd, but curd cannot be converted into milk. So this is irreversible process. So there are two types of processes are there. First is reversible and another is irreversible. So physical properties or physical changes are temporary, they are reversible, and in chemistry or in chemical properties or in chemical changes, these are non-reversible processes or irreversible processes, or they are permanent processes. For example, I burn out any paper, so that paper will be converted into ash, but ash cannot be converted into a paper. But when ice can be melt, that ice can be converted into a water, water can be converted into ice. But when milk is spoiled, it will be converted into curd, but curd cannot be converted into milk. So this is the permanent change, and that's why such kind of changes or such kind of properties are called as the physical properties. So there are, suppose that this is a prism made up of a quartz glass. So this prism has some physical properties: its refractive index, its mass, its volume, its surface area. All those things are physical properties. So introduction of this chapter 1.1, units and measurements. So what is the need of measurement? What is the need of measurement? So at ancient time, peoples used such type of equipment, human organs, Suppose that this is a palm, and when we stretch this palm, it was the unit of measurements at ancient time, or for a long measurement they used such type of distances for the measurement of length. But remember that in both cases these equipments and these units are not reliable in modern world. So they must need a standard unit. Standard unit. So National Science Congress suggested in a conference systems of units. So in this first point we will discuss about units of physical quantities, but before that let's see physical quantities which can be differentiated or classified into two different types. First, fundamental physical quantities and derived physical quantities. So let's see one by one what is meant by fundamental physical quantities and what is meant by derived quantity. So fundamental quantities which are independent, means they do not depend upon any other physical quantities to express themselves, and derived quantity, all those quantities which are dependent to express themselves. So you can easily make their definition. First, fundamental physical quantity. Fundamental physical quantity. So it can be defined as fundamental physical quantity. It can be defined as a physical quantity which do not depend upon physical quantity which does not depend upon any other physical quantity to express itself is called as fundamental physical quantity. Listen, a physical quantity which do not depend upon any other physical quantity to express itself is called as fundamental physical quantity. It means that if we take a time, so only watch or clock will be required for us to measure a time. Where I want to measure any distance from point A to point B, I can use a measuring tape or meter scale to measurement of a distance. No other equipments required to me to measure this distance like clock or thermometer. So there are 7 different fundamental physical quantities are there. So quantities which do not depend upon any other physical quantities, all those physical quantities are called as the fundamental physical quantity. So let's see one by one which are this fundamental physical quantity. So the definition is very simple, very easy. The physical quantities which do not depend upon any other physical quantity to express itself, all those physical quantities are called as the fundamental physical quantities. So which are they? So first, length. Second, mass. Third, time. Fourth, temperature. Fifth, electric current. Sixth, luminous intensity. And seventh is amount of substance. All these seven are fundamental physical quantities. There are two supplementary fundamental physical quantities are there. So the units which are used for the measurement of the physical quantities, just like the fundamental physical quantities, those units are called as the fundamental units. This definition is also simple. The units which is used for measurement of a fundamental physical quantity is called as fundamental unit, and the unit which is used for the measurement of a derived quantity is called as derived unit. So there are two more supplementary units or supplementary physical quantities. That is, first is supplementary physical quantities. Supplementary units or supplementary physical quantities. Fundamental, supplementary, fundamental physical quantities. First, plane angle. Second, solid angle. So let's see its SI unit. For length, meter. For mass, kg. For time, second. For temperature, Kelvin. Electric current, ampere. Luminous intensity, candela. Amount of substance, mole. For plane angle, radian, steradian. For solid angle. So we will discuss about what is meant by plane angle, what is meant by solid angle, and how such kind of fundamental units are used, how they are originated. We will discuss in our next lecture. Thank you.